sky. Will you cry out and you don't know why? Come on now, let your feet fly. Come on now, let's go for a ride. Come on now, let your feet fly. Oh, let it fly. Come on, come on.
Hey everybody, welcome
Hey, how
back
are
to the
you?
Red Couch.
Welcome back to the Red Couch.
I'm Ash,
I'm Joey.
and that's Lou.
Lou. And we're going to be talking art today. We're going to talk because Lou does a lot of art. You draw and do stuff like that, right? Do you paint too at the same time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
primarily paint, yeah.
Oh, cool, cool. How long have you been doing that for now?
Well, I started drawing when I was about 4 years old, maybe, and then, just got
just
into more
keep-
complex stuff.
Yeah. So
It's like 14 years.
I was gonna say,
No. A little longer than that.
a little longer and right on. So what how do you get inspired by doing this? Like, what do you do like drawings first and then to like painting, or it's just what's the process? That would be a good way of putting it, right?
That's a good question. It's never the same, but yeah, like capturing ideas. Drawing is a great way of doing that. Sometimes I know it's kind of maybe not so loved by people, but I can like create a prompt for an AI and get something out of it. And like,
Sure,
that's
have a quick
interesting.
idea, or even
Sure.
that's useful for reference actually. If I cannot find like a picture reference of a hand in a certain position, I will just tell AI, hey, like make me a hand that looks like this.
Yeah.
Lou was one of the first art shows we had at the barbershop, and was also one of the most popular shows we've had at the barbershop.
Good. Cool.
And I've
That's
seen
cool.
the stuff you're doing lately, and it's fucking dark, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's killer. Your stuff is it's like otherworldly, kind of witchy, like you can't.
Dark
you can't,
is the word.
for sure. You can't not look at it, but it's like yeah.
So that it's like that, right?
Yeah, it's so.
So that's interesting with the AI, how you're using that now, right? So
Yeah.
when did you start using that process? In the last year or so or two?
Basically as soon as it became like available
Yes.
in a web browser.
That's interesting because we just finished talking to a country songwriter about what, a month or two ago?
Yeah.
And he used AI for making his videos. And he found it that it was easy to do, cheaper, but he had some great videos done right by when he did use the process, right? And at the end he said he's going to continue to do it that way for the next little while.
But more, you're using it as a prompt for something that you can look at and like rather than do a still life for
reference?
those cookies or whatever. Yeah, you're using it more for reference, right?
Yeah, it's just
Right now, that
you know.
could change. I could sit in her eyes, she's going, maybe not. Well, no, I'm serious. Like, I get what she's saying, right? You know, like the musician myself, when you know that if it's a tool that you can use, you're definitely going to try to use
Yeah,
it.
it's a tool. It's not like I'm gonna switch to AI art. That would be super boring.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
it has its purpose.
yeah, it does. I would imagine so. So, like Ash, you were saying it's all the darker stuff right now that
Yeah.
you're doing. So what inspired you to go there?
Well, I
In
guess
your
I
dark period.
was always there, to be honest with you. I don't know, it's just some things, you have to look at them to, process whatever.
Mhm.
I don't want to use like a psychology speak kind of thing, but
Right.
yeah, basically to get to the light side, you need to stay in the dark and look at the dark very intently
Yeah,
and, interact with it and
Yeah.
learn something.
That's your trip though, too, right? Like you like heavy music and all that kind of stuff
Yeah.
too, right?
Like Alice in Chains, I can see you like Sound in Chains.
It's
I like
not
Alice
that
in
heavy, but yeah.
No, I like Alice in Chains
Yeah,
a lot.
it's awesome.
Yeah, it's got great Gary Cantrell. It's got great vocals. They had a great band. They're still around, still doing good.
Yeah.
And Ash was saying you went to Nine Inch Nails last night.
Yes.
Did you go? How did you like that? I heard a lot of people really liked it.
So it's hard to compare because it was actually the first show I went that was at a proper arena. Previously I went to much smaller shows.
Yes.
So yeah, that blew my mind. Like I saw Deftones after that at
Oh,
Rogers.
cool. I like
And
Deftones.
Leonard Skinner at
Yeah.
PNE. And those were very different vibes. And like Nine
Yeah.
Inch Nails, it was a very
Huge.
it was huge and
Yeah.
very planned, and there were visuals, so it was very curated kind of experience.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about it. I probably
Well, yeah,
will be
you've
for a
got
long
it.
time.
Yeah. That's like when we just went and saw Leonard Skinner at the PNE.
Lou was there.
Did you go to that one too?
Yeah,
Yeah, wasn't that great?
it was.
It was like the visuals were incredible, and he used AI there too, right?
I think so.
Yeah, at the end when they used the original singer, his brother up there, and he sang Freebird. That was him doing Freebird, right?
Yeah.
That's AI right there. And I was really impressed. I liked the visuals on there, not just because they had like the glory, like the American flag flying and the Canadian flag, but it was like the way they put the colors all together and the way the band was, kind of had that party theme going, right? Besides some of the songs are really iconic songs.
You said that Nine Inch Nails had 3 stages.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the opening act was a DJ who was on a smaller stage, like at the very back. There was a stage in the middle, which was like rave part of the show. So it was synths, and there was a videographer filming everything, and it was projected onto the screens.
Oh,
And
cool.
that-
Real time,
That,
right?
yes, in real time, and it had all kinds of effects on it, and that made the
Wow.
experience way more immersive. And like you could switch between seeing them on stage being like really far away versus like this being right in your face, like you're in both places simultaneously almost. And then on the main stage, it was more like metal, industrial, kind of popular songs. So they were switching between that. That was pretty cool.
They're going back and forth.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool, eh?
Yeah.
That was very cool. That's a really smart move. That's like a really, what can I say? It's kind of like almost kind of like a really good sales way they sold the high tech stuff mixing in with the
Oh, yeah, right.
industrial kind of feel from before. Right?
Yeah,
It's kind of interesting. Wow.
it was like the way I felt when the whole thing kicks off. I was like, wow, I'm witnessing an artist at the very like peak of
Yeah, his pinnacle.
Yeah, right.
mastership of their craft.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, very good. They were really good. I've never seen Nine Inch Nails live, but I've seen a lot of videos and a lot of concert footage of them live. Yeah, I would have gone myself, but I just thought too many people. I've gone to a lot of big shows, and I can't. Sometimes I can't handle it. I'm just like too many people. Get me out of here.
And a whole bunch of shows in a row gets a little bit much, too.
Yeah. But I like the idea of all the 3 stages. That's really interesting, right?
Yeah, so do I.
The last time I seen something where they had like DJs and technology was when I saw Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney had, right before he started, he was really smart. He had a DJ on stage, like a small stage off to the side, and here's the big stage and there was a little stage here, and then the guy was playing all Beatles songs, but all techno stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right.
And it was kind of like, well, this is kind of smart, right? And then all of a sudden, when he came out, he would do the songs the way they originally were wrote, right? So
Yeah.
it was kind of interesting, yeah.
Glad I turned that on.
Oh, you better turn that off, yeah. Because otherwise, people will be bitching at us. Sorry, folks, the air conditioning's on, and if you hear a hum for a minute,
It is off. I don't know why it's doing that. Ghost in the machine.
yeah, it's off.
Yeah.
Not good.
No, that's not great.
Let's see, we'll just keep plowing through it, folks.
Yeah.
So,
What are you working on now?
that's right, that's what I was saying.
I'm working. So my boyfriend James, he sets up guitars and builds guitars.
Oh, cool.
And
Oh,
we
yeah,
acquired
yeah.
like a whole lot of guitar projects, and one of them I'm actually painting the body of the guitar, and
Oh.
it's a Stratocaster body, and actually I created the idea with AI, so I had this idea it would be like some kind of skull with horns. So that's been a theme for a really long time, like a very specific kind of looking skull. So I created a prompt for that that sort of resembled something I could use for reference, and I put this on the body and I painted it with like acrylic markers. And yeah, we'll see where it goes, but yeah, it's pretty interesting so far, just to make it fit into
That shape.
into the shape.
Yeah, right.
That's interesting.
Are you gonna do more guitars?
Yeah, for sure.
Would you do a drum kit? I guess your boyfriend's the drummer or the guitar guy.
Yeah, he's a drummer and he plays all kinds of instruments.
Oh,
so
does
it's
he?
cool. So he'll mess with a lot of different stuff.
Dude,
Get
if
you-
the
I mean-
whole band was just covered in your art, how rad would that be?
That would be awesome. I could do clothes. I could do their faces.
My gosh,
the walls.
she's
and
in
everything.
a new industry going all together. Oh, that's great. That's great. Wow.
I love that idea.
Well,
That
I
looks
like
so
to,
rad.
like you said again, though, you were looking at AI again, right? That's interesting.
Yeah.
You're just taking, looking at it as how you could get that, the dimensions and everything on that, right? That's pretty interesting. Yeah. Yeah. So are you
Yeah,
going to
it's-
use
it's a
more?
useful
You're going to use more of it? You think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, yeah, that's cool. That's really interesting how that's growing. Because that's only going to get better and better. Right?
Yeah, you know what really
A little
disturbs
scary, a
me?
little scary though, too.
A little bit. Like I don't like when it's being used for producing content on YouTube. Like yesterday, I watched a bunch of videos and they're mostly like tier list of 10 things you didn't know about this movie, and like 2 minutes into it, you realize this script has been written by ChatGPT because you start registering patterns, the way that it forms sentences, and also it's not being read by a real person. It's being read by AI as well, and sometimes it like
Yes.
messes up the inflections and
Okay.
mispronounces some words.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Now, you think it's doing that on purpose, or you think it's just screwing up?
it's just
probably
screwing
not
up.
smart
But what I
enough,
don't
right?
like is those videos are very long, and AI generated the script, so there is lots of repetition in it. So it's like regurgitated kind of content that
Just nothing, right?
Yeah.
it's not possible.
I was reading a thing about the internet, and because of all that AI slop stuff, like,
Yeah,
like
it
you're
feels
talking
like
about.
AI slop, even though it has something in it. That's
Something kind of, right? And then, yeah, I read something that some massive amount of the internet is now just AI talking to itself.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't doubt that.
It's crazy.
I wouldn't doubt that. I mean, Ken, when we had, the guy came out and did pictures of us
Yeah.
last week, a couple weeks ago. He took a picture of me singing, and my drummer was in the background, and then he made a video out of it. So the song's playing, and Ken goes, "Look at this, want to watch something?" And I go, "Holy fuck, how did you do that?" Right? And it had all my movements and everything, right down to a T.
Yep.
It was really scary. I was kind of going. It was good too. At the same time, I thought, "Gee, I could do commercials for my band." Like, no, you could, right? I'm thinking money, right?
You could.
How you make money off this, right? Because this is like pretty impressive.
Speaking of money, you're in a lot of art shows, galleries, or whatever it is, aren't you?
Not really. I've been doing occasional art shows, but honestly, most people who go, no offense, are quite broke, so selling like a big piece is quite challenging.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
sure.
haven't had much success with galleries. I don't know, my art maybe just doesn't.
And
Take what they want.
do you do it online?
I do sell online, yeah.
Yeah, how's that go? Does it sell better? Is it better experience for that? Or no? About the same?
In my personal experience, it's
Yeah.
about the same.
Yeah.
There was one art show that I really liked that was the best by far that I did last year, which I'm going to do this year, so it's going to be my main focus because honestly, I just want to focus on making art, and if someone buys it, that's great.
Bonus.
Yeah, I see.
Honestly, I sold most paintings from a local cafe nearby, Far Out Coffee Post,
Oh, where are they?
Dundas and Templeton.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that whole
Shout out
place.
to you, Far Out Coffee Post.
Yeah, best coffee. My
Oh,
favorite.
Far Out Coast, that's just down by the Princeton area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, because I go by there when we play the Princeton, and it's been closed, but I bet it's open in the mornings, right?
Yeah, right.
Afternoons and stuff. Yeah, I see. They have a lot of posters up on the windows for artists and bands playing.
Yeah, they all.
So they're very community oriented, right?
Yeah, right. I
Interesting.
guess that's the key, man, really. Like, if things like art galleries don't work anymore, or if TV doesn't work anymore, like people have just taken TV away from TV, basically. Like we do this. I watch YouTube or whatever way more than I watch TV. I see art when I go to cafes rather than, I guess once in a while we'll go to a gallery. But it's what you're saying too, man. Like the inverse of what you're saying. When I go to a gallery, that's not very exciting to me, man. You know, like fucking still life, apples and pears, or you know what I mean, like the classic stuff. A lot of that stuff to me looks more like hotel lobby art.
When
You know what I mean? Like I like this stuff. I like your stuff. I like Stacy's stuff. Like I like, you know what I mean? I like a bit edgier.
I get it. I mean, to each their own. I'm not against any kind of, arts that would be considered more conservative, I suppose.
Mm.
But not,
What
not my
what
taste.
about when you say when you were saying there about creating, like you don't care, you like to create, right? Definitely. So when you're creating, like, how do you line that up? Do you have a process that you go through when you're lining things up, or it just comes to you? Okay, I'm going to be doing this day maybe. Okay, tonight I'm doing this. I'm going to paint this wall. Like you know what I mean, like a certain color, and that and then it starts becoming a project. Or do you just plan out your projects? Because
Like schedule your day.
yeah, I sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. The best ones are when you don't, right? And you just sort of just go and something comes up right out of nowhere, right? I find those, for me, that's the more genuine.
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing us back to that question that I somehow didn't end up answering earlier. So right now I probably have like 10 paintings in process, and I keep kind of switching between them. And sometimes some of them stay unfinished for months, and then so there's this one example. I painted a portrait of my friend Christina, and it's this big painting. And the way it started, my boyfriend and I would just like painted like an abstract background and set it aside. Like I had no idea what I was going to do with it. And then this friend broke up with her boyfriend and went through lots of difficult things, and I witnessed all of that. And it inspired me to create a portrait of her as a sort of phoenix who gets reborn. It's a cliche, but I guess it's there for a reason. So I wanted to use that, and I just thought it would be a powerful image for myself, for other people, and for her as well. And so, yeah, I painted her into that background. And for a while, I left it because I didn't know what to do next. And then I added better clouds to it, and then I thought, oh, she has this tattoo that looks like sparkles and this kind of sun symbol, and so I placed that into the sky, so it was like this golden glowing sort of symbol above her head, and then a bunch of tweaks, and maybe like 10 months later I finished it.
Wow. Okay.
So I just was sort of waiting for all pieces to come together.
Yeah. So so there's not really a process. It's that creative drive that gets you where you go, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can try and push it and schedule everything, but I found that it doesn't
That
work well.
I think sometimes when you do that, I think when you try to schedule it, myself, I don't become stifled. Like you don't, you stop. You sort of like, yeah, I was supposed to do that and I didn't do it.
Yeah, and you can kind of start resenting what you do because
Yes.
there's the pressure.
Oh, that's
and then,
interesting.
yeah, it's a
She's right about that.
weird cycle that you can get stuck in, which is not a great place to be.
No, I do that all the time. I just finished buying a book on writing lyrics, right? And I write a lot of lyrics, but I thought I'm going to buy a book and see how I'm going to follow the book for a change and see what its rules are, right? And because one of the girls in my band, she writes a lot of lyrics, so she's been writing all the lyrics lately, and I've been thinking, like, well, I don't want to stop writing lyrics just because she's writing lyrics, so I better keep my head on in that area. But I got the book and I'm staring at it. I haven't even touched it. It's sitting there, and I'm going. It's talking to me, but I'm not answering back. Because it's just like, fuck, I don't want to look
I guess
up.
it's whenever the inspiration.
That's what
hits,
that's what she's trying to say. I think. Yeah. That's what I'm trying. That's what I get from it too. If you try to make it happen, it's not going to happen, right?
So particularly with your darker themes, where does your what the fuck? I just said the word inspiration come from?
That's a good question. I guess I'm just drawn to darker stuff. I feel like it's like, if you look at something.
Do you like Halloween?
I'm fine with it.
I like Halloween.
It's a little silly, but it's
I know. Okay. The darker side of things, right?
Yeah.
I like the darker side.
even like if you look at an object in real life, shadows is where there's most detail and nuance. So I feel like
Wow, very good.
that translates to just the darker things as such. And also just, I don't know, I was, the way I grew up, I found my outlet sort of in darker music and metal and those kind of genres.
Right.
It helped me process, I felt like, growing up, I felt like I could not express my emotions or be myself, so
Right.
that was a way for me to experience anger and frustration and all kinds of emotions and process them
Right.
in a safe way, and in a way that wouldn't cause disturbance.
Where'd you
so
grow
to
up?
speak. I'm from Belarus.
What was it? Were you young when you moved here?
No, I moved to Canada in 2017.
Oh wow, so you've been over there for you've been there a long time. Belarus.
Yeah, I moved away when I was 26.
Oh, okay.
Wow, so
What's the scene over there, art and music wise?
It's quite boring. I know maybe I haven't been in the right circles. I'm sure there's some interesting underground stuff going on, but at the time I kind of, like after graduating university, I went to university to study arts for 5 years. And after that I went straight into design work, so digital agency kind of stuff.
right.
So that was sort of a completely different path, and then I just did art as it came, I suppose. So
Interesting.
it wasn't my profession.
No, but you fell into it though, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I have to do it. Like if I don't paint or create something, it feels like I'm kind of holding my breath, and it's weird,
Yeah.
unpleasant.
That's
Well,
cool.
I understand that. It's like eating, right? If you don't eat, well, you're gonna have a problem.
I also love that. Like I love the example of the more detail in the shadows.
That's what's brilliant. There's a lyric right there. Isn't it?
Dude, that's super cool.
Yeah.
And I also love the fact that when you're weighing out between art and commerce, where commerce doesn't seem to have anything to do with your decisions, that it's only art,
Oh, what do you mean by that?
the money.
Like what?
Money versus, like what,
Oh yeah.
like you're not painting to be more sellable, I guess.
I kind of tried that.
How did it work out?
I bet lots of people do. Yeah. And it's not fun.
No, and it didn't
Yeah.
sell either. But maybe I was doing things wrong. It was in the Netherlands, so it was totally different country,
Oh.
and I didn't have any connections, so I was pretty isolated, I guess. And it
Yeah.
was really hard to break into some kind of art scene.
Yes.
And here it was much easier, even though I kind of stumbled my way through it a little bit. I still feel like, where's all the fun stuff? I mean, there's some, but I'm sure there's more.
Yes.
I haven't
Yes.
discovered yet.
Yeah.
Hey, all you fun art people.
But art, art, like you got, it's a journey, right? Like,
Yeah, sure.
Whether it's music or art or any kind of
Poetry, prose, whatever,
anything,
yeah.
anything
Film.
like that, film, TV, whatever you're into. I mean, it's a process. I mean, what did one of my friends say? He's a really good blues guitar player in Vancouver, and he's played with a lot of big people, right? And even in the U.S. And Tim Hersey's his name. Tim, we got to get you on the show sometime. You keep refusing because he's getting old. He's getting lazy. But anyways, Tim would like he went to a friend of mine once who was a music producer, Ray Folberg, who watches the show, and Ray used to manage Art Bergman.
Oh,
right?
nice.
And Ray's his son's in Frontline Assembly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so Ray said, Tim one day says, working really hard and playing a lot and I'm having some success, but not what I want, right? And Ray looked at him and he said, you know what? This is your career. This is where you are right now. This is your career. This is your art career now. This is your career. This is who you are, where you are at the moment. There's not what you're looking for is maybe not here, right? So I thought that was pretty cool because Ray told me that story about Tim, and Tim said later, says, yeah, he told me that, and I finally smartened up and just kept playing and enjoying myself, right? And got caught up in.
I guess
thinking-
that's the key too, man. Like
Yeah.
if you want to live a certain life or do what, like you have to create your own, whatever it is, whether it's music or art or Bonnie, business or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You have to create, or this barbershop. You have to decide what you want to do and just create your own reality,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I think that's what she's doing. I think she's creating her own art, you know, and you know, and then people
Imagine if
recognize.
that was reality. Woo! It'd be awesome.
Yeah, and for work I do a totally different kind of thing. I design digital products. So that's
Oh, you do. Interesting.
that is quite different, and I'm fine separating the two, and I feel like they complement each other. And I have stable job, and then that allows me to do whatever I want in my art,
Yeah,
and not
that's
try
smart.
and tailor that to whatever I think people might like,
Yeah.
which will not connect with them because I'm not connected to it. And then what's the point
That
of
reminds me.
everything?
Reminds me of what my dad taught me. My dad said to me, "Just, son, you got to have a day job. If you want to play music, you got to have a day job." And I did, right? Because he says, you know.
Yeah.
So he says, "You got to have a day gig, son." And I did. I had a day gig too, just to support my art too. And then it wasn't like I'm sitting there struggling, right? You know.
That's interesting that you say that they both complement each other.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know, but I assume that your job isn't as heavy and like witchy as your heart, right?
No, it's all, well, I work for Think Tank Training Center in Vancouver. So it's a school for VFX artists, and I'm
Wow.
working on designing this portal software that will encompass all of their learning. kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So there is a great purpose, and I love that I get to
Yeah.
do this kind of thing. But it's not, like there is some creativity, but it's mostly in problem solving. But I work in front of my laptop every day for 8 hours.
Yeah, but it's really cool because you're creating, right, solutions for people to be. Am I correct on learning? What are they learning? What are they learning? Like.
It's not what they're learning. There is a whole team of people who take care of the curriculum and all that side of things.
That's right.
But I'm designing or participating in designing the platform that enables that learning to happen online.
No, see, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty full circle.
That's
too,
pretty
man.
full circle. That takes a lot of work.
Yes.
Yeah, Bonnie does a lot of that stuff too. She's super.
Yeah.
I don't understand it at all. I can barely.
I
use-
I don't either.
Really use my telephone.
I couldn't imagine what it takes, the detail into going into all that, but I get that. I get the responsibility of that.
Did you go to school for that too?
No, I am self-taught, you could say.
Wow, she's
My,
smart.
yeah, my education was in art, and then I did graphic design, and I sort of over time realized, oh, there's this intersection between tech and design that is actually building products. So it's not like I'm
Right.
using Photoshop to, edit photos and draw something in it. I am designing the Photoshop itself.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But
You are the Photoshop. Cuckoo, cuckoo.
that's
Maybe it's
right.
not a great example, but I design all kinds of
You are the
apps.
Photoshop.
You are the Photoshop.
Cuckoo,
You are
cuckoo.
the one that's designing the program. Cuckoo, cuckoo. They have to answer to you.
But just to clarify, I'm not a programmer. I don't do any coding, so it's just like
Yeah.
logic and solutions and move rectangles
Yeah.
on the screen, how things work.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah. That's interesting. That's very interesting how you tie the art to that too.
That's really
That's
cool.
good because it makes your life sane. You know what I mean? In a sense, like you can be insane and crazy and have fun, but I mean, it also gives you a sense of understanding and purpose in what you're doing, right? So you're not going off the deep end because I'm serious. In my job, I was going off the deep end.
No, I know.
I worked in
So was that.
healthcare and it was like
So was
brutal, right? When I worked at as a support worker, so when I did healthcare, it was like. Yeah, it was very gnarly stuff I had to deal with, and so it was lot. Yeah, yours was too. So it was always not fun, right? So, music was definitely an outlet for me because if I didn't have my music, I probably wouldn't be here right now. I'd probably be dead because I couldn't take the brutal punishment of the job itself.
That's why I like this. My job, working here, man.
Well, you're creative.
Yeah,
Playing
for sure.
hair.
It's so fun. Speaking of hair, who cuts your hair, Lou?
Oh, my friend Babs.
No,
She dyes and cosmetic. Oh,
I
you
do.
you participate in that as well.
I do.
Baz takes care of this side.
Well,
Yeah.
You
You
take
take care of
this
that
side.
side.
right, I do the fun part, and she does the work.
This is so intricate and takes so much work.
That line that she's got shaved at the back, the way it swoops like that, it's so good, man.
It's very
It's
nice.
so good.
Cool.
Yeah, your hair is awesome.
But it has to go with the art, right? You gotta be artistic,
In every way,
creative,
right?
you gotta be creative, right? Express yourself that way too, right?
Well, I wouldn't expect, looking at your paintings, I wouldn't expect you to walk in all in beige. You know? I wouldn't expect you to be a beige person.
That would have subverted so many expectations.
Your next show, you should do it just little beige, little gray suit on.
I do have 2 white t-shirts to be completely fair.
There you go. Gotta even it out, gotta darken the light.
At the back of the closet, somewhere in there,
Yeah,
hey?
so do I. I have like 2 dark.
A little gargoyle sitting on it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a real problem because when you need to wash them, I only have 2 and you have to wash them with, you know, same colors.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It's a
that's
real
a
problem.
It's not good, yeah. Well, black's a bit of a problem too, because black doesn't match. Black doesn't match with black.
It can though.
It can, but often it doesn't. Black and black and black and black. You could have 5 black things, and they're all 5 different blacks.
You can have different colors of black.
That's
Should
true.
have Vanta black.
There you go. You can ash black.
Yeah, man.
I told you to ash black. But anyways, yeah. So that's interesting. So you're getting back to the art. Let's get back to the art.
I know.
I don't want to get too tied to guys, but I like what you said about the work and the stuff. It sort of kind of plays it. You play them in between the two. That's great. What do you like I said? So I guess to say where did you get to? Like when you came over from Europe, right? Did you start? Is that when you started the art, or did you start the art over there?
Well, like I said,
When
do
she
you
was
mean like,
little.
Yeah, she's been doing it since she's little.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes, so you've been doing it over there too.
yeah, I went to.
Was it dark over there too?
Yeah, my university teachers were not very happy. Like they didn't enjoy that kind of style.
Mm.
It's very, you know, Eastern European art school is very classical, and the themes are supposed to be very neutral.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be still life or portraits, and none of it would be dark or edgy. I remember people wanted to do something like, you know, tarot cards. It's a lot of,
Mm-hmm.
you can invent different designs, and there's lots of interpretation that you can put into it.
Yes.
I remember one student wanted to do that as their final work for the year. I'm not sure, like final project. And they were not allowed because it was considered to be not quite fitting
Yeah,
for
right.
classical education.
Right. Have you ever done that? Have you ever made a deck of tarot cards?
Nah, I honestly, I
I've
have
seen
a weird
people do it.
relationship with that. Like, the occult sort of finds me, but I am resisting very heavily. I had weird experiences in the past that kind of scared me. So
Anything
I'm
you'd like
trying
to
to
share?
stay away.
Probably not. It doesn't look like she wants to talk about that.
I can share. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
if, you know, I don't want to look like a crazy person or like an entirely crazy person.
Don't worry, there's probably a lot of crazy people out there watching.
I mean, you know, it's like whether you believe in those kinds of things or whether you think that what you believe becomes real or your perception might change. You know, how people who experience psychosis, for example,
Mhm.
they lose touch with reality to a point where everything looks different. But yeah, like, at one point I tried to do astral projection.
Well,
Oh, okay. I like
And yeah, I was maybe like second year of university. I was, what is it, 19, 20 years old. And so I found this book and I read how to do it. And I tried every night, like do the thing, you know, you have to do progressive relaxation and imagine your body lifting up, like legs first, and you start feeling yourself float and separate sort of thing, and then you hear your heartbeat in your ears, and then you're supposed to detach. And so I never got to that completely detached point, but I did experience those kinds of things. And then one night I remember I woke up, and it was really weird. So I'm laying in bed on my side, and I hear breathing in my ear, and then I realize that it's me. So I'm like in both places at the same time.
Interesting.
And that really, really scared me.
Yeah. Kind of took you by surprise, right?
Yeah, and you know, I don't know if that was a real astral projection, or if I dreamt
Well,
it, or if,
It might have been both.
you know.
Or whatever it
I don't
is,
know.
that's the reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, as an
Conscious-
experience, it felt weird. But
Yeah.
I don't know if like what happened.
I know I had something like that once where I was having some, well, how can I put it, having a crisis moment, and I was on a bus in the Fraser Valley, out in Abbotsford area, and I had stared at a little beam of light, and I felt myself leave and go out of my body and look down and see myself sitting there. Yeah, seriously, yeah. I don't. You think I'm kooky, then fine. But like, I actually had that feeling, and I looked at myself and see myself there, and I saw a umbilical cord,
Whoa.
Yep.
and then I went back real quick, zoomed back in. So, was I dreaming? Did I fall asleep, like you say? Did I fall asleep on the bus, or was I actually going through that? Because it was a very stressful time, right? You know. I think I was going through a divorce at the time. That's probably what was probably part of it too, right? Yeah.
I lived in a house that had poltergeists in it, man. That was
That I don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
super scary.
I bet.
The shit flying around in the house. Like
Wow.
literally just fucking like dishes flying and smashing against the wall. Super fucked.
Very scary. Very
super scary,
So
man.
that would be scary.
Oh, it's so scary. And there's a ton of us in the it was in the kitchen in this house in Niagara on the Lake. We were kids, man. Like we were 17, 18. We just had a picnic table for a table because we were kids. And yeah, it was super scary, man. We saw ghosts in there. Oh, it was so next level, man. That's the thing. Like logically, I don't believe in the things that I've seen. Like I don't believe that can't happen. But I saw it happen.
Well, weird stuff does happen.
Sure, man.
Yeah. I mean, like I
I
said.
think that it's a little bit. I think that if you're gonna go, oh, I know how this works and how this works, and when you die, this happens, and if there's no way anybody knows any of that stuff.
No, I think
it's so far above our capacity.
I think when you
That's
talk
all
about
it is.
stuff like that, like I think I told you that story when I used to, well, in the last 10 years, I played a lot in the U.S., right? So played down in L.A. and I went a couple times to when I was playing at the Hard Rock in Los Angeles. We also went to the Chinese Grove Theater, right? The Chinese Grove Theater is a really old theater, right? And it's got all the handprints of all the stars from the 20s and the 30s and the 40s. And Charlie Chaplin, Charlie Chaplin owned that theater with Mary Pickford, Mary Pickford was a Canadian actress that moved to Hollywood back in the 20s and before the speakeasies.
She was a superstar in her day.
Yes. So her and Charlie and some other guy bought the building, the property, and built the Chinese Grove Theater. Long story short. But anyways, when I went there, I thought, I want to go. I want, one of my things I want to do in my life was I want to go and sit and watch a movie in the Chinese Grove Theater.
Yeah.
And, have popcorn, go and watch it because that's a really cool place to see a movie. So they did that day I was playing at the Hard Rock. We had down sound check. So I says, I'm going to go and see if I can get a tour. Because they do tours. So I want to go do a tour through the place. So, but when I got to the actual theater, I could see all the handprints and I'm walking at the names. You could feel the vibe. Like there's a vibe. If you go down there, you go right up to that theater, and you can feel there's some kind of presence of something going on. Like it's not evil or bad. It's just you sense that people have been here before sort of thing. Like you get that feeling, that vibe, and it's kind of like, wow, it's like, you know, it's like going through a cemetery. You know, it's sort of that spooky kind of thing. And then when we went to then I went to the theater, you know, not that I got that feeling. First thing the guy says, oh, you know, there's a story that Charlie Chaplin's ghost lives here.
Oh.
And I went, oh, great, now I get it. And, you know, I'm not the only one feeling all these weird vibes in here, right? But yeah, you know, and then there was a secret door where he used to go in and sneak in and watch movies, you know, by himself. And they showed that door.
I think everybody's felt that kind of, whoa,
Yeah.
this is the wrong place. Or
I'm sure Charlie Chaplin's ghost would be pretty cool.
it'd be
Probably
pretty
fun to
entertaining.
set, right?
Yeah, pretty chill.
Yeah, but I found it really interesting. It was just like, you know, it had that old kind of old feeling, you know, that familiar feeling that, you know, either I've been here before or definitely other people have been here before, right? You can see all the handprints and all the famous people, right? Who all these people were, right? And they're all creative people too, right? They're all very creative people, right?
I feel like places and things do store energy in some kind of way.
Yeah. And how about because where you're from, Eastern Europe, that's old, right? And there must be a lot of history, right? Like way back. You know?
Yeah, and there are castles that I've been to. There are legends about. There was this. What's her name? It's been a while since I revisited history, but there was this lady who was of nobility, and she died in a castle, and she's supposedly haunted.
Okay.
And that is like part of an official tour. So there was this whole story about how she died and how her husband tried to summon her ghost, and he wasn't supposed to touch her, or it was like a seance, and he wanted to see her one last time, and he wasn't supposed to touch her, but he did, and that's why she got stuck in that place.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, so that is the official story.
Wow. Cool.
That is cool.
That kind of stuff's cool. See? Now we've been on the dark side for quite a while now.
I think we're gonna be on the dark side right till the end of this, man.
Maybe. Yeah, we could be.
How do you feel about rainbows, lollipops, unicorns, sunshine?
They're cool.
They are cool. All those things. Cherry
They have their
blossoms.
place.
Yeah, all that stuff is pretty cool.
So, you were saying that, you know, you're doing art with instruments, guitars, your boyfriend and stuff. What are you guys going to do with that? Are you going to display that somewhere?
Or is it all?
It's gonna be for sale.
Oh wow, cool. That should be very interesting.
I want to see those.
I'd like to see that. That would be very good. Cool. Very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if you do that to an expensive, amazing instrument, it will decrease the value. But if it's an instrument that you put together from parts, then it's both. Like he will make it a good playable instrument.
Yeah, that's what he does
It's
for a
gonna be
living.
really, really good in that regard, and I will also add something unique to it, so it's gonna be
That's really cool.
totally different.
Yeah. Are you guys going to try to sell that online or anything like that, or how are you going to do it?
Well, you can try and hunt it on Facebook Marketplace.
There you go. See.
There you go.
Good plug. That way, you guys are looking for something unique, people, as far as guitars go.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably because it's my art that I'm gonna post it on in my Instagram.
Cool.
Oh yeah, what's your Instagram? Tell everybody, because it's wicked.
It's artist.lubov.
Artist.lubov, LUBOV, and you'll love it.
Yeah. Check it out.
Yeah, also go see, there are my two favorite paintings of mine are at the Far Out Coffee Post right now.
Oh, are they? They are? Yeah. Okay.
Faro Coffee Post,
And that is on Powell Street, if I'm correct.
Dundas.
Dundas?
Dundas and Temple.
Dundas and Temple. I used to live on Dundas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
I love
right
it.
next to that convenience store on the corner.
Yes, on the corner. That's been there forever. Yeah.
It's dope down there.
I used to live across the street from it in a house. Now there's condos there.
Of course.
There used to be 4 houses that lived there. I lived in one house with 7 people. There were a bunch of hippies living in it. In a house full of. I was the youngest, and everybody else was way older than me. And I liked it, enjoyed it. We had a great time there. Nice house too. It was a really nice house. It had like 3 floors. It was really nice. It was sad that they tore it down, but a lot of condos and lofts around there, right? But that neighborhood is very interesting. Do you live in that neighborhood yourself?
Yeah, I'm really close.
You're really close to that
Yeah,
neighborhood?
2 minutes away from.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah, nice.
intersection.
Yeah, it's dope. Yeah.
That's a nice neighborhood. It's very.
It's one of the last, like, feels like one of the last real East Van neighborhoods that are.
Well, it
fully-
is.
Just the same as over here, like over in all the universities,
Yeah.
like Oxford, over there, like that whole neighborhood
Yeah.
is dope. Over here, like your old neighborhood, this
Yeah, my
side
old
of East
neighborhood.
Van is cool, and then all the way down to Victoria. I guess all the way down to the drive, really.
The drive is quite interesting too.
From
right?
the drive to here, and from the water to the drive to wherever, probably 12th or something, there's still a whole whack of East Van, it's solid East Van in there.
But where Lou is it's kind of also there's also like where we would call that where the Water Street area is.
Oh yeah, right.
What is it, Wall Street?
Wall Street.
Yeah.
Wall Street. Yeah, beautiful area there too.
Yeah,
it's
Like,
cool.
that's really nice right there. I went looking for a place there.
All those
When I
little
sold the house, I
parcels.
was looking, go to Wall Street again, and I thought, man, it might be a little pricey. It was a little pricey. Wall Street was a little pricey.
Yeah.
And also trains.
Yes, exactly, right? I don't know, down by New Brighton Park, there's some really nice big condos there, right? Like nice.
Oh, kind of near in the corner there.
Yeah,
Those
really
are
nice,
those,
and
yeah.
you got great view of the like
Yeah.
the ocean and the, I mean inlet and the mountains and that. But like, here you go, the train tracks are right there, right?
Yeah,
and
the
you
horn
can
would be
imagine it.
super loud.
Oh, I bet they're loud, right?
It'd be cool to watch that. Just
Yeah.
to see the port every day, though. I don't know. I would love that too.
I would too. Yeah, yeah. I like that. I like I told you, there's a rehearsal place where we rehearse now. Sometimes in North Van, there's a rehearsal place in North Van, which is a recording studio. It's right underneath the bridge, and it's right on the marina, and the studio is all old wood, and all the instruments are old, and it's a really cool. The guy's got a really cool recording studio. It's all old-fashioned stuff, and it's like. The other day when we were there, I said, "Gee, I could move. I could live here. If the guy would rent it to me, I'd move in. I loved it because you're right by the water and the dock and everything. Easy access to the bridge and back over. It's really easy. That's great. Yeah.
Little love affair with East
So how
Van.
long you been in East Vancouver for?
I moved in 2021 in August.
And
Okay.
before that, were you living still in Vancouver? Or?
No, I was in Toronto.
Oh, how did you like Toronto? Big city.
Well, it was during COVID, part of it,
Yeah,
most of it, and I was stuck in a not so great situation in a little studio apartment in a condo on a waterfront. So that did not contribute anything good to my mental health.
Yeah.
And yeah, in general, it's like moving there from Europe, which I lived in Amsterdam and a smaller,
I just like Amsterdam.
smaller town next to it. It is beautiful.
Yeah.
Very busy, so many bicycles, and the architecture and the vibes, you just soak it in, it's just everywhere, and it's very aesthetically stimulating.
Yes.
So going from that to completely
stuck in a
gray
little
and
box.
featureless Toronto,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
everything is new and vibeless and
Yes.
kind of just
Generic.
yeah,
Very
generic, empty, and soulless. And
Yeah, yeah.
It
Yeah,
was-
Toronto can be like that.
Yeah.
Not my favorite.
Yeah, Toronto, like old Toronto, like Yonge Street, that's cool.
Yeah.
But that's the old Toronto.
Yeah,
Kensington
like King
Market.
Street and Liberty Village was quite cool,
But yeah.
most of it is.
I haven't been there in
not my
years.
vibe.
Last time I was there, yeah, I thought it was getting too big.
We used to hang out in Kensington Market all the time. That was fun. Did you go there?
Yeah,
That was
it's
pretty
nice.
fun, I thought. I haven't been there. Fuck, how old's my kids? I haven't been there in 30 years, 20 years.
It's changed quite a bit since,
bet.
yeah, it's changed quite a bit, yeah. Yeah, so and then you came here and I guess you must have just, did you feel more at home here when you got here? Was it like,
Yeah, for sure. Like,
Yeah.
I remember when I just arrived, I needed to do like my ICBC stuff, whatever I
Yes.
needed to get, or can't remember what it was. But I was walking down Commercial. I was very surprised. Are all these people on holiday? What is happening? Because it's totally different life. In Toronto, everyone is very
Yeah.
business. Like I was in the financial district, so everyone's wearing suits and it's very
Yeah,
serious.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
all
yeah.
about work.
Yeah.
And here, like, it feels like 60% of the population have tattoos, and everyone's very chill, and the fashion is totally different. Not all of it is to my liking, but it's very much more relaxed.
Yeah, it's, well,
That's what somebody was saying to me the other day, sitting in the chair, was talking about Toronto, that in Toronto, it's all, everyone's just driven for more money, status, whatever it is. And obviously there's a lot of money in Vancouver, but I think there's a lot of money in East Van too, but it doesn't feel like everybody's just pushing.
well, it's more West Coast here, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Like the
it's
West
just
Coast,
chiller.
West Coast, even if you go down to the States, like, it's like that too. Like, you know, people ask me, they say, oh, well, why would you want to go and live in LA? And I says, well, you know, LA is really very artsy.
Yeah.
You know, there's lots of art to it, there's a lot of music, there's a lot of culture. And I says, the thing is, you know, I says, and people are really laid back. And they go, what? It's a huge city. He says, you know, you'd be surprised. You go to LA and everybody's pretty chill.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they're looking for the beach as soon as before they get to work. You know, they want to go surfing. They want to sit by the beach. You know, like
I guess everyone I know that's by the beach, that's the only part of America I've even actually seen.
Yeah.
Like Venice or.
Yeah, Venice Beach and all that. Venice Beach she would love Venice Beach. It's just total art. There's art everywhere. There's bands playing, artists playing. It's, you know, it's really cool place. Venice Beach is very cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it is. I haven't been there for quite a few years, but last time I was there, it was lots of fun.
Yeah, I haven't been there for.
Yeah, I was there
years.
about 8-9 years ago, and it was, yeah, we were playing down there. We went to the beach one day, and it was just like, I forgot how nice Venice Beach was. It was lots of fun. It was really pleasant.
What have you got coming up?
The next thing is probably Under 100 art show, which is sometime in either October or November. It's on Instagram. It's pretty easy to find.
Under 100?
Yeah. So every piece of art costs under $100.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Where do they do that?
And where do they do that? Yeah.
I don't know if the venue is confirmed for this year, so I couldn't say really.
Yeah.
Under 100. You got $100?
Yeah, or under $100.
Got less than $100?
I
have less than $100, so
So there you go.
yeah, keep an eye out for that.
You could go and buy some art for less than $100.
I love that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I would say that's pretty good. Because things nowadays, things aren't cheap anymore. Things are getting more expensive in this city, especially, right? Prices are going up.
Particularly one of a kind stuff, man.
Yeah. And have you been a part of that? I think it's, what is it called? Art walk or whatever, where people go to the different places or have you checked that out yourself?
I have, and you need to have a studio, so you cannot do that.
Have you gone to the studios yourself though and looked at stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. I wanted to do that. Because there's a bunch of, where Pandora's band rehearsal places, they have people upstairs with, art studios, right? And I've been wanting to go and check some of those out and see what they got.
Yeah,
Right?
some of it is pretty great. I saw some really good artists.
Yeah. That would be, that's in October too. That's in October.
There used to be so much stuff like that in like Gastown and Japantown was just packed
Yes,
with that stuff.
yes. Yeah, Gastown, not so much anymore.
Not anymore. It was just
No.
art gallery. We had an art gallery, man.
Yeah.
Booze can.
Yeah, art gallery. There was, in Gastown used to be, you're right, Gastown was a lot of art.
It was so
Yeah,
fun.
back,
man.
especially in the late 60s, 70s, 80s, there was a lot of art.
Yeah.
A lot of art, a lot of galleries.
Right into the early 90s, man, and that plague hit, and that was the end of that, but
Yeah,
it was awesome down
yeah.
there.
I forgot about it. I used to play a lot of art shows down there too.
Yeah, for sure.
Our bands would play a lot of different little shows in those venues. Yeah.
Yeah, well, like we'd play the What Gallery constantly. There's, tons. It was so fun, man. That too, that was fully melding of music and art and film. There were like filmmakers as well in our crowd, and yeah, that was fun, man. That was good. That was good stuff. That's important stuff to me.
Good.
Just like that, just like here. That's what we're trying to do.
Great.
Film, creativity. That's
Creativity.
what we care about. Creativity in East Vancouver.
And so Lou has got some stuff coming out. Gotta check our Instagram.
Buy a guitar.
Buy a guitar,
Or
yeah.
two.
Or two, or three.
Talk her into making a drum kit just because I want to see one.
Yeah. Or a keyboard, a piano. Ooh, imagine if she took a piano.
Ooh, you wouldn't mind a new
Yeah.
keyboard, I bet.
You know, that would be interesting. Put horns on it or something. Do some cool stuff, dark stuff on it.
It would fit the vibe of the Twitch. Man.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to keep that in mind. Actually,
Yeah.
that's not a bad idea.
Wicked.
Yeah, we'd like to thank Lou for coming out and talking to us. Great artist. From what I haven't seen a lot, but I guarantee I can tell by what she's saying. She knows what she's doing and talking about it.
She does. I know. I know
Yeah,
for a
she's
fact.
very creative. That's great. See another creative person in East Vancouver.
Of course.
That's great.
It's full.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. We'd like to thank you. Thanks all. Thanks Lou.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
See you again soon.
Bye, Bonnie.